press 1. To return to the recording has started.
Thank you.
We ready, Meredith?
Yes, Mayor, go ahead.
Okay, wonderful. Good evening. This is Borough of Ramsey, the Mayor and Council regular meeting for Wednesday, October 27, 2021. This meeting is also being conducted telephonically. Dial number 425-436-6365, access code 213563, #. And the meeting may also be viewed on the Ramsey YouTube channel. May I have a roll call, please?
Mayor Dillon.
Here.
Councilwoman Cusick.
Here.
Councilman Gottwetter.
Here.
Councilman Jones.
Here.
Councilman Kilman.
Here.
Councilman Weber.
Here.
Councilwoman Woods. Here.
Thank you. I'll flag salute. And I will ask the chiefs to lead us in the flag salute.
The United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
The New Jersey Open Public Meetings Law was enacted to ensure the right of all citizens to have advance notice of and to attend all meetings of public bodies at which any business affecting the public is discussed or acted upon. In accordance with the provisions of this Act, notice of this meeting of the Mayor and Council was originally published in the Bergen Record on Sunday, July 10, 2021, in the Suburban News on February 4, 2021, and updated in the Bergen Record and the Ridgewood News on Friday, June 4, 2021. Do we have approval of minutes?
We do, Madam Mayor. Move that the meeting minutes of September 27th, 2021, and the work session of October 13th, 2021 be approved.
To mute conference participants, press 1. To mute conference participants in lecture mode, press 2. To unmute conference participants, all participants are muted, and they can unmute themselves.
Sorry. Okay, do we have a second?
Second.
All right, do we have any comments on the minutes? Okay, not hearing any. Roll call, please.
Councilwoman Cusick.
Yes.
Councilman Gottwetter.
Yes.
Councilman Jones.
Yes.
Councilman Kilman.
Yes.
Councilman Weber.
Yes.
Councilwoman Woods.
Yes.
Thank you. Communications, please.
Madam Mayor, I move to accept and file the four communications as presented in this evening's agenda.
Thank you.
I second it, Madam Mayor.
Thank you. Do we have any comments on the communications? Not hearing any. Roll call, please.
Councilwoman Cusick.
Yes.
Councilman Gottwetter.
Yes.
Councilman Jones.
Yes.
Councilman Kilman.
Yes.
Councilman Weber.
Yes.
Councilwoman Woods.
Yes.
Okay, now open to public comment. Anyone wishing to address the governing body, give your name, spelling the last name, and an address as a courtesy. Please speak in an audible tone and address your comments to the chair. There will be a 5-minute time limit per speaker unless reduced because of the volume of business on the agenda. Please note public comment is your time. Out of respect and fairness to all, there will be no interruptions or questions answered during your time. No time shall be ceded to anyone else, and no time shall be saved for later use. Any responses may be given during the governing body's comments later in the evening or as directed by the chair. The borough clerk is the official timekeeper. If you're attending by telephone and you want public comment, please star 6 to unmute your phone. Anyone here in council chambers have public comment? Okay, not seeing anybody. Anyone on the phone have public comment? Once again, star 6 to unmute your phone. Second call for public comment from anyone on the telephone. Star 6 to unmute your phone. Third and final call for public comment. Please star 6 to unmute your phone. Not hearing anyone, I will close public comment. We don't have any advertised public hearings for final consideration of ordinances. I make the following appointments. Zachary Miller, Ramsey Rescue Squad, Explorer Member. Robert Judge, Ramsey Rescue Squad Administrative Member. Anthony Dakotas, Ramsey Volunteer Fire Department. Mark DePisa, Backup Prosecutor, Ramsey Municipal Court. Navarro Gray, Backup Public Defender for Ramsey Municipal Court. And Stephen C. Daffron, Design Review Board, Alternate Number 2. Do we have consent resolutions?
Thank you, Madam Mayor. Be it resolved that resolutions 184, 2021 through and including 197, 2021, having been considered by the governing body of the Borough of Ramsey, be and are hereby passed and approved. There are no special permits or block party requests this evening.
Madam Mayor, I second.
Thank you. Do we have any comments on the resolutions? Not hearing any. Let's do a roll call, please.
Councilwoman Cusick.
Yes.
Councilman Gutwetter.
Yes.
Councilman Jones.
Yes.
Councilman Kilman.
Yes.
Councilman Weber.
Yes.
Councilwoman Woods.
Yes. For special presentations, we're actually going to go out of order, and that's for the volunteer recognition. We will begin at 7:30 for those. Let's move into committee and liaison reports. Finance Administration, Councilman Gutwetter.
Thank you again, Madam Mayor. This evening, first off, I would like to congratulate Zachary and Robert for their appointments to the Ramsey Rescue Squad, Anthony to the Ramsey Volunteer Fire Department, and thank you for your service, as well as thank Stephen Daffron for his appointment to the Design Review Board. As for the library board, the Friends of the Ramsey Library completed their book and jewelry sale, with proceeds going to the library services, collections, and events, such as to fund the summer reading program, with the remaining donation of items to the Oasis Shelter for Women and Children in Patterson. The Bubash Halloween celebration is this Saturday, October 30th, from 12 to 4. Most activities are outside under the tents, and all are encouraged to wear a costume. The library is working on a new section to feature authors local to Ramsey as part of the notable people associated with Ramsey collection that was recently created. As for the Recreation Commission, the Halloween Parade is this Saturday, and costume contests on Ramsey High School front lawn. Both that and I guess the Bubash, or weather permitting, working on rec basketball from December to March. That's all I have this evening. Thank you.
Thank you. Public Safety, Councilman Weber.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. I also would like to congratulate our new appointees, Zachary, Robert, Anthony, Mark, Navarro, and Stephen, on their new positions, and wish them all the best and success in their careers with the Ramsey boards and commissions and emergency services organizations. With regards to Rife, Ramsey is for everyone. We have 2 more weeks of soccer remaining. The soccer season is going very, very well. This Friday night, we will have a Halloween party for our Rife participants that over at the community center, starting at 7 o'clock. And we're targeting a full harvest event for November 9th. We're trying to hold at least one of these social events per month. The kids really, really enjoy it, and having the community center available to us is just a wonderful venue. So thank you for that. Public safety, I just wanted to thank the chiefs again that were here presenting us to the last time, chiefs from the Ramsey Fire Department and Rescue, on the presentation that they did for the, moving forward with a new facility. As per your suggestion, Utilities, Buildings, and Grounds took this back as the lead committee to address this. Thank you to Council President Peter Tillman for all the work that he did, along with Bruce Posey, putting together a slide that basically talks about the approach. They provided that to Public Safety. Public Safety had the opportunity to review that and agree with the approach that Council President Peter Tillman put together and will present, I believe, in his report. In regards to the police department, we'll begin interviewing next week for the position of lieutenants to fill the vacancies due to the promotions of Lieutenant Lyman and Lieutenant Shervin. I want to thank the Knights of Columbus for the Shield Awards, the 44th Annual Shield Awards ceremony, which were held last Thursday. And congratulations to the Shield Award recipients for 2021. That was Jim Keeney from Rescue, Justin Illis from Fire, Michael Parisi from the Police Department, Peggy Warnett from the Ambulance Corps, and Ernie Larrett was awarded Shield Award posthumously for OEM. Ramsey Municipal Alliance, we're working on a partnership program with with MAWA Alliance for the LGBTQ community. We're currently building out parameters to offer a scholarship on behalf of the Ramsey Municipal Alliance, so we're looking forward to participating in the scholarship and award night next spring. And the budget for, or the grant rather, for the Municipal Alliance was indicated that it was going to be the same for 2022 as it was for 2021. And the committee's working on ideas for additional fundraisings and programs that they can run in 2022. I know Councilwoman Cusick will report on Ramsey Response, but I wanted to mention here that I did help out with the coat drive this past Saturday morning. Marge Roach does such a phenomenal job. I just wanted to mention that, and I want to thank Bruce Vosé and Roger Canals for all the work that they did helping to make the community center the location to hold the drive this year. It really was a good event. The logistics worked out really, really well. The only thing I would say is that it was a very, very different year this year without Jack Roach, who has been somebody that's been with us. Like he was there through the event every year for the last few years, and I enjoyed tremendously spending that time with him. And we all missed him at this year's event. Mayor Dillon, that concludes my remarks. Thank you.
Thank you. Building Planning and Zoning, Councilwoman Woods.
Thank you, Madam Mayor.
Pass that down. Thank you.
Thank you. I would like to begin by congratulating our appointees, Zachary, Robert, Anthony, Mark, Navarro, and Stephen, especially Stephen for joining the Design Review Board. Really appreciate that. The Board of Health held their meeting on October 14th. They recently had the flu clinic, which was a big success. They had 90 people at the flu clinic. And they also had a COVID testing event, which had 62 people attend. Board of Health we have a new health officer, James Fedorko, and he gave an interesting report I thought I would share. Even though it's sad, there were, from March 1st, 2020 to October 6th of 2021, there were 16 confirmed COVID-19 related deaths in Ramsey. The range of age was 71 to 97 years of age, the median being 88 years of age. And the last death in Ramsey due to COVID was April 12th of 2021. Interesting. The Ramsey seniors have added 2 new members, and we'd like to thank them. I'm not sure if they're official yet, but they have been nominated. Catherine Dodd and Andy Ferretti. So thank you to them. They continue to be busy. The Ramsey seniors are working on their Christmas party, and they have lots of events going on at the building, and everything is going very well. The Design Review Board, the last meeting was held last night, actually. There were 2 applications. One was for a new business coming to Ramsey Square, Salons by JC, which is for stylists to rent space and not have to pay a large % to the salon owner. There's a shop like this in Paramus Park, just as an aside. And the other was for a new awning for Ray's Barber Pole. And thank you again to Stephen Devon for his service to the community. And that's all I have, Madam Mayor.
Thank you. Utilities, Buildings, and Grounds, Councilman Kilman.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. My congratulations to all the gentlemen named by Mayor Dillon, who accepted various appointments to serve our community, listed tonight. If I could have your attention to the slide that's up on the screen, or for those in the room who have a hard copy, I'm going to speak to that briefly. Since our last mayor and council meeting, in the midst of a confluence of other activities and priorities, Mr. Vosé and I, along with the Utilities, Buildings, and Ground Committee, have drafted project phases to address Ramsey Fires, Ramsey Rescue, and Ramsey OEM's concerns about the emergency services location on South Island Avenue. Now, we are in phase 1 of the slide seen here. Our due diligence, in conjunction with the groups that Emergency Services has named, along with Jack D'Agastero's participation, will help to serve or help to identify the right party to conduct an impartial assessment of the site foundation and structure. At this moment, there is no established timeline until we complete our inquiries and are in agreement on the engineer or engineers to make this assessment. When identified, depending upon their availability, they will be commissioned by the mayor and council to conduct the assessment work. Once their task is completed, we will review the findings and have a better sense of what comes next. The other phases depicted on the slide outline a path forward with the understanding that certain aspects of the phases may be modified depending on the discovery in phase 1. So that's where we stand at the moment. We will continue the process with the intent of identifying an engineer or engineers suitable for the assignment in as timely a fashion as possible. And that's kind of what I have on that.
Okay, thank you. Does anybody have any questions for Councilman Tillman on this project? Okay, thank you.
Moving on. This is a report from former Councilman Joe Verdoni, a military veteran and VFW post member from 12148. Excuse me. On Tuesday, October 21st, the VFW members resumed its annual hot dog, chips, and drinks for the young people practicing football and other sports at Finch Park. The VFW served 175 plus hot dogs to the group, which was very well received by the youngsters. They vocalized their appreciation and were respectful to the veterans. In turn, the veterans were extremely happy to resume this event. On Saturday, October 30th, VFW members will be replacing American flags on fallen veterans' graves at Union Cemetery, Ramsey, and Redeemer Cemetery in Mahwah. On Sunday, November 7th, the VFW members will set up a booth at the Ramsey Farmers Market, selling patriotic shirts and getting poppy donations. And thank you. And that's all I have.
Thank you. Public and Governmental Relations, Councilman Jones.
Thank you, Mayor Dillon. I would like to welcome and thank all of our new appointees tonight, Zachary, Robert, Anthony, Mark, Navarro, and Stephen, and thank them for their service to step up and help and make Ramsey what special place that it is. Tonight, later on, we'll be honoring our volunteer awards. This is probably my favorite night of the year when we get to hear the stories of volunteer service of so many people and what they have done and meant to the community. And you know, every year I try to always recognize in all of our volunteers who have joined on our appointed committees, boards, and commissions in our emergency services. But these are some of the other volunteers from various nonprofit organizations, the sporting organizations, and scouting that also get to be recognized on this special night. So I hope those who are tuned in and watching on our YouTube and listening on the phone will stay with us, as that event always promises to be insightful and inspiring when you hear the stories of and the sheer amount of hours and years of service that so many people have made to make Ramsey really what it is, and a special place that we all love to call home. I will remind everybody to visit our farmers market. It continues every Sunday throughout the year. The Ramsey Chamber of Commerce, I would ask anyone to remember as we go into the holiday shopping season now, to try to shop local as best you can, support our local merchants, storefronts, businesses, and also visit the Ramsey Chamber of Commerce website to find out what other goods and services are offered by some of your friends, neighbors, and other people locally that may not have a presence on Main Street or in a storefront, but there's a lot of very talented people making a lot of amazing products that we've come to know, and the Chamber highlights many of them, and they are all our, as I say, our residents who we could help through these most challenging times. Finally, the Pool Commission meeting for November was canceled, and they go on their what we call winter recess, so they will not be having another meeting until their reorg meeting in January. So I'll have nothing further to report at this time on the Pool Commission. So thank you. I look forward to the rest of the evening.
Thank you. We pass that down to Councilwoman Cusick. Thank you. Bring it over.
Thank you. This is Councilwoman Cusick, and my mask is pink tonight for breast cancer awareness, and I got it from Dr. Bujani, so thank her. Just going to take it off for clarity purposes. I want to wish Ralph Venturi a wonderful retirement. Congratulate Brian Drews, Zachary Miller, whom I coached in baseball, Robert Judge, Anthony Decotis, Mark DePisa, Navarro Gray, and Stephen Daffram regarding their appointments to our town. I also thank the Ramsey volunteers from our town, and I look forward to honoring and recognizing the 2021 volunteers who will be honored this evening. My report tonight is going to provide an update on our planning board, the Ramsey Board of Education, and Ramsey Responds. There was a planning board meeting on October 19th, 2021. There were 4 waivers. They were approved. Broadway Wholesale Incorporated, Donald W. Reeder, the Medi Mobile LLC, and Fit to Stretch LLC. There was a public hearing for Alejandro and Andrea Frezza, and it was a continuation, 24 Grant Street, and this was for a site plan and variance. There were some lively public comments, and the hearing will be continued to November 16th at 7:30 p.m. Our next planning board meeting is November 3rd. For the Ramsey Board of Education, I encourage our town members to keep current with the Board of Ed activities because 69% of the residents' property taxes are for the Board of Education. The meetings are recorded on the platform called YouTube. Once in YouTube, search Ramsey Board of Education. The meetings are listed and sorted by date. At the Board of Education meeting on October 26th, last night, there was a presentation by the Director of Curriculum, Instruction, and Assessment titled Standardized Assessment Report. The presentation included the graduation rate, NJSLA math, ELA, and science scores from 2019, along with participation rates in several categories with data based in 2021. The next Board of Ed meeting is November 23rd, 2021. For Ramsey Responds, thank you, Councilman Weber. Ramsey Responds did conduct their annual winter coat drive. The community was very generous with their donations, and the families are very appreciative. Ramsey Responds sent a special thank you to Bruce Bose and Roger Knaus, who provided support with the use of our Ramsey Community Center. For the food pantry, donations are always welcome. The collections are Tuesday, 4 to 5:30 at St. Paul's with distribution on Fridays. There's a Ramsey social media page that contains additional information. Madam Mayor, thank you for your time.
Thank you. You guys pass it on down. Thank you. Okay. I'd like to thank all the emergency services and the DPW for all of their hard work during the recent nor'easter. Thankfully, it wasn't as bad as we were being told. Congratulations and thank you to Stephen, Zach, Robert, and Anthony for volunteering. And I'd like to thank the Knights of Columbus for the Shield Awards and congratulations to the recipients. The COVID-19 testing event that was supposed to be yesterday was rescheduled to next week because of the inclement weather yesterday. I think that was a good call on their part. And Anthony, I will swear you in once everybody finishes their comments. Okay? Very good. That's all I have. I'll turn it over to the Borough Administrator.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. Okay, I'd like to comment on a few of the resolutions on tonight's agenda. As we had discussed last meeting, our longtime plumbing inspector, Frank Giordano, and was also the plumbing subcode official, he was retiring effective November 1st, and Ralph Venturino, our construction official, recommended Brian Drews for the position, who's currently one of our plumbing inspectors. Brian has all the requisite license and experience to fill the position and maintain Ramsey's Class 1 HHS designation with the New Jersey DCA. The Resolution 186 confirms such appointment. In addition to his plumbing subcode official and plumbing inspector positions, he will also be the mechanical subcode officer, mechanical inspector for the building department. Resolution 187 extends the term of outdoor dining to December 31st of 2021 to continue to provide additional opportunities for our local restaurants to try and help mitigate in any way we can the impact of COVID-19. Resolution 189, as we discussed at the last meeting, the audit for 2020 was completed by our independent auditors, Garbarini and Company. They found no significant deficiencies, material weaknesses, nor instances of noncompliance related to the borough's financial statements. This Resolution 189 adopts a corrective action plan related to the auditor's comments and recommendations for moving forward. Resolutions 193 and 194 confirm the mayor's appointments that she made earlier in the night for backup prosecutor and public defenders for positions that were vacant from resignations earlier in the year. Resolution 195, we had, at the last meeting, we had a resolution for the resignation of our current payroll and benefits administrator, who's resigning effective the end of this week. The position had been advertised on the League of Municipalities website. We had interviewed for the position, and we've made an offer to Linda Pertuz, who has extensive experience in municipal payroll. Our current company of 8, including years of utilizing our current payroll company, ADP, as well as some others. So this resolution will confirm her appointment with a start date of November 1st. And Resolution 197, the borough, as it does annually, will be submitting to the state its completed 2021 best practices inventory. The best practice inventory is developed by the state with rotating questions to New Jersey municipalities each year. The municipalities' results, if they are a low score, could impact their state aid. Ramsey's always scored very well, has never been close to receiving or having a low score that could impact state aid, and 2021 is consistent with that. Of the 26 scored questions, Ramsey only had 3 no responses. Even with these no responses, in most cases, we have policies in place that comply with the practice, but based on specific aspects of how the question was asked, we cannot answer yes. For example, one of the questions involved nepotism policy, and did you have it in your borough ordinance code? We do not have it in the borough ordinance code, but the language they are looking for is in our policy procedure manual, and it's what we operate under, but it was not in our borough code. So although we do abide by that and follow that practice, we couldn't answer yes to that question. So there were a couple others that were similar aspects, but we scored very well and comfortably above any potential negative impact to state aid. That's all I have. Thank you.
Thank you. Borough Attorney Scandarietto.
Nothing, Madam Mayor. Thank you.
Borough Clerk.
Yes, thank you. I just wanted to remind the 3 ways that you were able to vote in the Tuesday, November 2nd general election. You can go to your regular polling location, which is open from 6 a.m. to 8 p.m. You can vote by mail if you applied for a ballot, and you can also vote in person at an early voting location, and we're lucky enough to have one right in Mawa. And a couple of the people from in the office went this week, and they said it took about 5 minutes, and it went really well, and it was pretty easy to do. And we also have the drop box in the back of the library for any of the mail-in applications. Thank you.
Thank you. All right, so this evening, we don't have any introduction of ordinances, no unfinished business or new business. So at this point in time, we will go into a recess until 7:30. We will pick up the, I'm sorry?
You swear them in?
Yeah, do I have to do that during the meeting? Yeah. All right, so we're going to go into recess until 7:30. For that time, we'll pick up again for the volunteer recognitions. All right? All right, do we have a motion to recess until 7:30?
So moved.
Second.
Thank you. Roll call, please.
Councilwoman Cusick.
Yes.
Councilman Gutwetter.
Yes.
Councilman Jones.
Yes.
Councilman Kilman.
Yes.
Councilman Weber.
Yes.
Councilwoman Woods.
Yes.
Okay, thank you. All right, so we're in recess until 7:30.
Sherry's email says 7:15. He has the seniors coming.
To stop conference recording, press 1.
All right. I gotta go.
Confirm that this session is no longer being recorded.
Hey,